Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Alfin Hisbulloh. I'm going to present about my materials. This topic is cognitive methods. This is I will present. English has a very important role in the intellectual, social, and emotional development of students and is a supporter of success in learning all fields of study because English is used as a means of communication, both orally and writing. The ability to communicate in complete sense, the ability to discourse, namely the ability to understand and or produce spoken and or written text that are realized in four language skills. The namely listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These four skills are used to respond or create discourse in social life. To achieve the goal, efforts are needed to improve the equality for learning. For this reason, every teacher must have adequate knowledge regarding the concepts and why completing learning strategies. Effective learning strategies have a relationship with the level of teacher understanding and development and condition of students. Therefore, the success of the implementation of the learning process is very dependent on the teacher. The teacher is superior in achieving learning objective. The selection of learning strategies used by teachers is strongly influenced by the nature of materials to be taught, also influenced by the objective to be achieved and the teaching and level students' abilities. And additional is learning strategy has different strategy syntax between one learning strategy and another. Therefore, teachers need master and be able to apply various learning strategies in order to achieve learning objective as set. And next, understanding cognitive strategy or methods. Cognitive strategy is an organized internal ability that can help students in the learning process, thinking process, solve problems, and make decisions. By Iskandar Wahid. In another opinion, it says cognitive strategies illustration (GSI) is very broad subject, but here you will find overview the process and practical tips. For more in-depth study, reference at Providence GSI in tool intend to help students develop the necessary skills to be self-regulated learners. Based on this view, learning this applies cognitive strategies provide students with tools that allow with the tools students to develop their skills and to do themselves. Learning with cognitive strategies is not a specific series of steps. Example read when learning the road is the students can read well. The teacher must to equip with strategies. The start question using who, what, and where in a reading process so that students can generate to or create questions that lead them to understand what they read. There are four cognitive strategy and its cognitions. There are four cognitive strategies. And number one, chunking. A strategy used to overcome difficulties in understanding the organization of complex teaching materials systematically. Complex learning materials are broken down into smaller parts and then sorted. Number two, subtle is strategy used to overcome difficult is understanding teaching materials or complex competencies seen as a whole and also see relevancy between competence or parts later. Strategy can be in the form frames, tables, and concept maps. And number 3, breathing is strategy breeds one on understanding through metaphors, analogize, understanding new concept using concept that's already understood, and advance organized either from an abstraction or summary framework, or in the form narrative to facilitate understanding. And final, multipurpose is strategy use various purposes, including rehearsal, imagery, and mnemonics. Rehearsal is a strategy for reviewing material, asking questions, and dissecting questions. And materials imagery is used to overcome difficulties in understanding by visualizing a concept, event, or participle. Cognitive strategies are most essential strategies learning, namely the use and information of structured language. Some language learning strategies that are included in cognitive strategies are repeating, recognizing and using formula patterns, practicing naturally, getting the idea quickly, using resource for receiving and sending message, translate, taking notes, and summarizing. Cognitive strategies are adjusted to the conditions of the competence level of students. For example, if my students have mastered or have the competence to distinguish the use of words and where, they can go directly to other cognitive strategies that have not been mastered. Teachers only serve those small portions who have not mastered it. Likewise, the difficulty level of vocabulary and grammar that is so more difficult past perfect tense, past perfect, continuous tense can be assigned to use, not just simple past tense, for students who have very good mastery of simple past tense. Thanks. Do you have any question? Okay, selesai. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.